What's good? It's Woog. Damn. Rest in peace, Coolio. Coolio just passed away, 59 years old, Los Angeles native, pretty much a staple in the LA community. From Compton, technically, like he went to a high school, for instance, in Compton. You know, it's kind of interesting. Yes, he is largely known for his smash hit in 1995, Gangsta's Paradise, one of the biggest songs in any genre of that year. Like, as soon as you turn on MTV or BET or The Box and there was a music video playing, it was probably Gangsta's Paradise. Like, I don't think, it's hard to recall like a video being played like as frequently in the mid-90s as Gangsta's Paradise, and it was on the Dangerous Minds soundtrack. Dangerous Minds was a movie starring Michelle Pfeiffer, but yeah, Dangerous Minds soundtrack had the song Gangsta's Paradise, which was a play or a kind of a rendition, chorus-wise, off of Stevie Wonder's Pastime Paradise, but that ended up just breaking all kinds of records. It was a #1 hit, and it basically turned Coolio from already rap star to a crossover superstar. Because think about it. Coolio, you know, was coming up in the game. Many don't know, like in the early 90s. Like if you're familiar with WC and the Mad Circle, Dub C, 1/3 of Ice Cube's West Side Connection. And, you know, people know Dub C's song like, you know, West Up. That's front, back, side to side. He also did the song Just Clowning. That was I'm just clowning, something, still I'm making the street. Players get jacked up thinking I'm acting, y'all can't see Dub C. So Dub C, I mean, and obviously West Side Connection did, you know, Bow Down and other songs. But in the early 90s, there was WC and the Mad Circle. It was a pretty good emerging rap group coming out of LA. And Coolio was one of the members of the Mad Circle. And yes, Dub C in the mid-90s kind of re-emerged more on the gangster rap tip, like with West Side Connection, and, you know, some of his solo albums were a little bit more, you know, gangster rap-like. But if you listen to that 1991 album from WC and the Mad Circle, it's called Ain't a Damn Thing Changed. That song has almost as much Coolio on it as it does, you know, WC. I would say the second voice that you're hearing the most after WC is probably Coolio. So yeah, go check out that Ain't a Damn Thing Changed album from 91. But yeah, Coolio was a part of that group. And again, that was 1991. So then in 93, Coolio reemerges with the song County Line. Go check that single out. So he came with County Line, and then later on had another single called I Remember, then released the album It Takes a Thief. And then it's his third single from It Takes a Thief called Fantastic Voyage. That was Come Along and Ride on a Fantastic. Listen to the beat and listen. Oh man, I used to love that song, Fantastic Voyage. Like, it's Coolio. He's like opening the trunk of a car and it's just people just hopping out of the car. And it's just a fun video. And that's always been a staple of what Coolio brought to the rap game. He always brought a lot of fun. Yes, Gangsta's Paradise was a pretty serious song about a serious topic, but you listen to Coolio's voice and like, as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Like, he had a very, you know, just emphatic and passionate voice. So listen to Fantastic Voyage. That song hit #3 on the US Hot 100 charts. That's cross genre. So Coolio, like more than a year before he released Gangsta's Paradise, he had a #3 hit with Fantastic Voyage. Like, that's a very fun song to listen to. So that was on the It Takes a Thief album, which the album itself did pretty well. I think the album hit like #8 on the Billboard 200. And again, that's cross genre. So then the Dangerous Minds soundtrack comes out in 95, and then everything changes. Coolio has a #1 hit in Gangsta's Paradise. I mean, he won the Grammy with that song for Best Rap Solo Performance, and he was nominated that year for Record of the Year. Record of the Year is one of the 4 major Grammys, and Gangsta's Paradise was nominated for that. And the album that Coolio later released that also contained Gangsta's Paradise, but also contained another couple of very popular songs like 1, 2, 3, 4. Get you on the floor. Gotta get up to get down. That was a really popular single as well. That played all over. The video was all over the place. It was on the radio. And so that album that had Gangsta Paradise and 1, 2, 3, 4, and it had Too Hot, which was a play off of Kool and the Gang song Too Hot. That album that contained those songs was called Gangsta's Paradise, and that was released in 1995. And that album hit number 9 on the Billboard charts, and it was nominated for Best Rap Album Grammy Award that year. So Coolio was totally hot by like 95 after dropping Gangsta's Paradise. And he's also closely associated with that Nickelodeon show All That, because for a long time he was the one who was doing the theme song, and he also like would appear multiple times on that show All That obviously spawned careers like Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell, Kenan and Kel. But yeah, All That was a super popular Nickelodeon show, and Coolio was pretty much all over that show. And then like later on in 96, he had another big single called It's All the Way Live. That was on the Eddie soundtrack. Eddie was like a basketball movie, I think, featuring or starring Whoopi Goldberg. But yeah, All the Way Live, that was another popular Coolio single in 96. And yeah, Coolio was just one of the biggest names in the game. And if you rewind just 1 year, 95, I remember him featuring in a Tupac music video for Temptations. Temptations was off of Pac's Me Against the World album. It was the third single after Dear Mama and So Many Tears. The single was called Temptations, and Tupac was locked up at that time. So this was before All Eyes on Me, the double album, when Tupac later got signed to Death Row. And so Me Against the World, if you look at the music videos for Dear Mama and So Many Tears, you don't see Tupac in those videos because he was incarcerated. But they released music videos without him. And then the third single, Temptations, was also released as a music video. And Coolio, it's a pretty funny video. It's like in a hotel. Coolio's like the room service, and he's going door to door. And, you know, it's kind of like one of those, you know, sexual songs. And Coolio's, you know, kind of like looking in the peephole. You know, he's doing room service going door to door. And there's something, you know, freaky going on in every one of the rooms. And so, but it's comical. And again, even when he's talking about like serious issues, Coolio always had an entertaining and energizing, humorous, you know, flavor to him. And I think that will certainly be missed, among other things. And so, yeah, Coolio passed away. You know, rest in peace. Prayers to his family. He was just Los Angeles through and through. And he wasn't somebody who like came up the easy way. Like he had like really, you know, just blue collar jobs before he blew up in rap, basically. Like a lot of people can attest to Coolio, you know, working at the airport and just having other, you know, jobs. And, you know, he didn't break until he was older than most rappers, you know, get famous, basically. And so, yeah, he didn't come up the easy way. He came up South Central LA, Compton, California, and this is like, you know, 70s, 80s into the 90s. So yeah, came up in a tough place, tough time, and he emerged and, you know, and made some remarkable accomplishments. And just, you know, anecdotally, I have a little Coolio story. When I was a senior in high school, I was going to Kennedy High School in La Palma, California. That's where I graduated from. And, you know, we had a celebrity basketball game, and Coolio, you know, came up. He was one of the people who, you know, showed out at that celeb basketball game. This was like 99, 2000. I think it was 2000, maybe even 2001. But I only came to that celeb game at the school because I knew Coolio was going to be there. And so, yeah, man, like I just feel like, and I can speak for a lot of people, Coolio definitely has like a special place in my heart. And I remember like my brother, you know, would buy that Gangsta's Paradise single, you know, featuring LV. It's LV who's singing the hook on Gangsta's Paradise. And yeah, man, rest in peace to Coolio. Definitely made a big splash in hip hop. Yeah, 50 Cent to this day, you know, we'll call him a legend. And look at 50 Cent's recent post on Coolio. It's a funny story that it's a video of Coolio and 50 Cent talking like in a room, and Coolio's telling a story about seeing 50 Cent get in a fight outside of a club. Go check that out. I think it's on like 50 Cent's Instagram or something. But, you know, Coolio actually had one more super popular single before his career kind of descended, you know, and he kind of, you know, stopped releasing successful music by the end of the 90s. But in 97, he had one more big hit off of his album called My Soul. That album was actually a, you know, dearly departed type song called See You When You Get There. and it's about those who have passed away before us. So yeah, let me know if you have any Coolio stories, any Coolio memories. What are your favorite Coolio songs, your favorite Coolio moments? Did you ever get to see Coolio live in concert? Please let me know in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you love hip hop like I do. Rest in peace, Coolio.